Gary, a massive result.
It was, actually, I coming up in the car today, Dougie was talking about how difficult it was, and I said to him I fancy us to get a result, because although we had got beat with Dundee United a week ago in St Mirren, as I said, the first half performances were really good. They were really good. So I knew we were playing well, and I asked the players just to try and play for that for 90 minutes. I thought the first 15-20 minutes, Dundee United moved the ball about well. They had a couple of, not even chances, Jack got a couple of crosses and that, and I thought they settled into the game better. And with a real first attack, we got a goal. And then that settled us down a wee bit, and we got the penalty, and Kai put away great. So 2-0 up, and you just want to get to half time, and the players done their own team talk at half time, learning for the other games, and you go out and you think, right, we nearly got to the first 15 minutes and we gave away. I don't even think I can blame anybody. I think the guy mishits a shot, it goes through a rocky body, Sean slides in to clear it, it hits the post, and the boy taps in 2-1. But just before that, we'd missed a chance to go 3-0 up, and then we 2-1, and then I think London breaks away, cuts in, hits the bar, and 5 minutes later we give away a needless foul, free kick 2-2, and you're thinking no again. But to be fair, the players went again, and I thought we were the better team apart for the first 20 minutes. I thought we were the better team for the majority of the rest of the game.
You've been saying this for the last couple of games, that the first half's been good and you were looking for that 90.
Yeah.
And
I got a good 70-75 look, and that's, to come away to Dundee United, who don't lose a lot of games at home, and to score 3 goals was very pleasing. The reason that I had a feeling that we would get a result is I've been up here now 3 times as a manager and we've scored 7 goals. So I was always quite confident the way that United play that we could hit them on the counter, and we changed it a wee bit today. London's been doing a lot of shifts for me in the midfield area, but we put him up front today to try and get in behind, and that worked because he got in behind and squared the ball for Joe for his first goal, and he got the penalty for the second, and we went with a lot of energy in behind with Dom, Joe and Josh Todd, who I thought was excellent on his debut for a lad that hasn't played since he dislocated his shoulder when we played St Mirren. They beat us 2-0, so that I think was his last first team game. So for him to put in a performance like that and a 90 minutes says a lot about his fitness.
Just talking about Josh then,
I thought he was excellent. I think any fan that's seen him, I thought he was great. Obviously the adrenaline would get him through the game. We'll have to see how he is for Saturday, because it is his first game in a long time, and you've got to be fair to the boy, but he gave far more than I thought he would be able to give in his first game, so I'm delighted with that. And it just really came about with chance, having a meeting with Jack. There was nothing set up for that, just saying to him who wasn't in his squad and that, and he says, look, and I says, I knew Josh when he played at Annan against East Fife, he was a handful, and thanks to Jack and St Mirren, really, we were able to get a deal done very quickly. And for speaking to Jack on Saturday and talking to him on Sunday, the deal was done. They trained with us on Monday, and we just thought, we'll put him in. We needed a wee bit of freshness into the team, and as I say, they were all great, but for a lad that has only trained with us once, I thought he was really good.
He gives that other option as well, isn't he? Because he's a kind of more forward thinking and attacking.
Yeah, he is, and what allows me, if he can do that, allows me to use London in a more natural, where I think his best position is as a striker. So that gives us more options as a team. It was also really good to get wee Danny back. We probably put him on a wee bit early, but he's a key player for us. You can't have too many good players, and a fit Danny Carmichael would be in your starting 11, but the problem is just trying to get him fit. So we've sort of put him in there probably a wee bit early. He's not played any reserve games. That 20-25 minutes will do him the world of good. So a lot of pleasing things tonight, really, but the biggest thing is we've got to win and put ourselves right back into the mix. I think we're only 2 behind Morton and 1 behind Dunfermline, and that's credit to the players, because we've had a tough 10 days. And if you want to be really blunt, a tough 7, Dundee United, St Mirren and Dundee United. So for the players to show the energy that they showed today was a testament really to their fitness.
It does put you right back in the mix, and it does say a lot at this stage of the season that you're still in there. Yeah,
that was a big result, don't get me wrong. If we had lost or that, I'd have played it down and says, look, as long as we beat Livingston, but that has put us right back in the mix. But if you get beat on Saturday, it's a wasted 3 points tonight, so we need to use this and build on it. We've took 6 points for 12 for 4 games in 10 days. We've got to try and get the boys' energy back and have a real go at home and try and get 3 points against Livingston. And if we can beat Livingston and have got 9 points for those 5 fixtures, I think that would be a really good return.
You really need to kind of improve that home form, isn't it?
Yeah, we do, but as I say, the performances have been there. We need to just tighten up on the concentration, the defending. As I say, we've done the question and answer with the fans. Most fans were really happy with how we played against St Mirren and Dundee United at home. Livingston will be a different challenger, a wee bit more I don't want to use direct because it sounds detrimental to them. They're a good team, and we need to get the lads fit because we're probably going into our 5th game in 14 days against what I would say is probably the fittest team in the league. So we need to get the lads right for that game. But we should enjoy tonight. I don't know. It's the first time I've won here in my managerial career. I don't know if the Queen's fans are used to winning up here or not. So I think we should just all enjoy it. Have our day off tomorrow, and then start focusing on Thursday about putting a team together for Livingston. And you know, when you get us, you know, hopefully Stephen will be back as well, which will give us another option as well.
What Livy have brought this season as well, you know, we've talked about how they're not the surprise package once you've watched them play.
I like them, and what David deserve a lot of credit for is they went for a change in January. They let Toddy go. They put the big lad Mackie out. He went on loan somewhere, and they sort of changed their strike force and they brought in Lee Miller and Ryan Hardy, and it's worked for them. You know, I don't know if they've lost a game since they brought them in. So they're on a really, really good run. You know, they're probably, along with St Mirren, the form team over the last 10 games. And we're level pegging with them just now. I think it's a win, a piece and a draw, so there isn't much between the teams. And I generally think it'll be whoever turns up on Saturday will get the 3 points. And it's my job to try and get the lads ready to go. And if we can get the 3 points, and it will be difficult, but if we can get them, you know, I think we can. We would be firmly in the mix with 6 games to go.
What I was going to say about Livingston is that out with St Mirren, they've probably been the most consistent.
Yeah, they're a very difficult team to play against. They're fit, they're organised, they can score goals, they don't concede a lot of goals. They play a back 3 for the majority of the season. Everybody knows their roles. So the credit to that goes to their management team, because every player's well drilled, and you can see that they sometimes make 2, 3, 4 changes. It doesn't really matter who goes in, everybody seems to know what they're doing. So I think a lot of credit's got to go to the players because they're delivering, but I think a lot of credit's got to go to the 2 Davids, because I think they've done a fantastic job to come up in your first year and be currently second in the championships. It's a fantastic job that they've done, and really I've got nothing but praise for what they've done and what their team's achieved so far.